Reviving your old winning products can literally be one of the main reasons why you do 7 figures this year or next year or basically any year with Google Ads alone. But trust me, even reviving the product in the first place is an extremely different concept than what you might be used to, and it takes a lot of extra practices, a lot of extra strategies in order to effectively revive a product. Now, the main reason why I believe it's important to revive winning products with Google Ads is because having a consistent stream of winning product is an absolute must when running shopping campaigns. Obviously, because unlike Facebook ads, with Google Ads, you have the ability to test multiple different products at a single given time. But exactly what is the process to effectively revive a product? How do you even go about doing it? Because you might have some experience trying to revive products with other advertising platforms like Facebook, TikTok, where the best way to revive a product is to have a different ad copy, or maybe just target a different audience in general. Unfortunately, with Google Ads, you don't necessarily have an ad copy to play with, so you need to kind of use what you already have in order to effectively go about the revival process. Now, before we actually talk about exactly the main strategies that you can begin using today to revive some of your old products, and I do have several different strategies, which by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly which one to use and how to effectively revive your ad. But it's important to know exactly how effective revival is with Google Ads. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you over on my screen to see my Google Ads dashboard, and you won't be able to see these two specific products on my screen because they have been old winning products for me in the past. But these two products are the same products which I went about doing the revival strategy back in 2020 when I was selling these products, when these were the major winning products for me. And as you can see, during this revival process, I was able to get a 4.51 ROAS for this specific product at the top. And the second product, it did have its good time. So during this time period was when the product was really selling the most, but over time it started to kind of dip down again, because again, just like any normal revival process, it can only last for so long. So that's unfortunately what you do have to work with. But let me also show you how a revival works, because not every try that you do with a revival is gonna work. So right here, as you can see on my screen, I've chosen those 4 specific campaigns which I went about with the revival process. And obviously not every campaign worked. These campaigns that did get some sales, they were profitable during that time period when the campaigns were actually running, but slowly over time they started to kind of lose it and just basically die out, because unfortunately no product, no matter how good it is, can last forever. That's just how it is. Even some of these evergreen products, at some point of time, people will get tired of that design, that style, etc. So the revival process can boost your sales for a short period of time, and especially get your sales again for one of your major winning products. So I personally believe using these tactics to revive some of your old winners is important, because trust me, it's much better to have these products become revived and actually start getting sales from these products all over again, instead of going out and hunting for brand new winning products. This is a much easier process. But that's pretty much the main results. I have revivals. Now I have a lot of other products which I kind of use these revival strategies, which I'm about to mention, but that was the main revival for one of the major winning products that I went about with. But exactly how do you go about with the revival process? I'm going to be telling you 6 different strategies that you can start implementing today in order to go about reviving that specific old winning product. And all of these 6 strategies have proven to work, so it's kind of up to you as to which strategy you decide to test. I highly recommend you actually try out every single strategy, because one strategy might work better for you than another compared to somebody else who's running completely different set of products. So the first strategy is actually a very simple strategy. What you want to do in order to revive that product is you want to go ahead and duplicate that major winning product on your Shopify store or WooCommerce store just one time, and you want to keep everything the exact same. So the titles, images, descriptions, even the pricing, you want to keep all of this the same to the original listing, but you want to insert this specific new duplicated variant inside that same original testing campaign or whatever campaign the original product is a winner in. And the main reason behind this is Google treats this second duplicated variant as a brand new product, because you know that this is the same as the original product, but Google does not know that. Google is a machine, so it's gonna go ahead and try to show this new duplicated variant, which it thinks is a brand new product, to the ideal audience. And a lot of the times, because Google's algorithm is so smart, it will already detect that the original audience, which your original winner was getting shown to, has already kind of been depleted. It's pretty much saturated for that major winning product, and thus Google will try to avoid showing that product within that same audience. Oftentimes, it will go and reach out to a completely brand new set of audience, and this is one of the perfect ways to end up just reviving that product, because again, now you kind of force Google to go out and find a completely different set of eyes to look at your ads. And now I'm going to show you really quick how to duplicate the product ideally. So what you want to do is, in this case, I'm going to show you on Shopify. You want to go on your Shopify product page, you want to go to the product section and actually choose that given product which you want to duplicate. From here, you want to click the duplicate button from the editing page. So just hit duplicate, and you want to choose every single one of these that it lets you choose, and then go ahead and click duplicate product. Once you do that, make sure the titles are the same, the descriptions are the same, pricing, etc. And also be sure to add the same kind of reviews to this duplicated variant, because that's literally one of the best ways to go about reviving that major winning product. And again, just simply insert this duplicated variant inside that original campaign and give it about 7 to 14 days to really kick off. That is strategy number one of the most effective strategies I've used to this date. And you might be thinking that this might just end up killing your original winner completely, because now these two products are kind of competing with each other. And the answer to that is, that's not necessarily what happens with Google Ads or how Google works, because initially, like I told you, Google is going to treat this as a brand new product. So because of that, it's going to be getting shown to a completely new audience. The original people who saw your original ad might never even end up seeing the second product that you just duplicated. So if you already follow some of my other videos on having a good amount of keyword search volume, having products with over 25,000, 30,000 average monthly searches, then obviously there's no way that your first product got shown to 25,000 eyeballs, or just all of the people who are searching for that product that you're trying to sell. So there's a lot of eyeballs which you kind of left outside, simply because Google just works like that. It's not gonna be able to show to every single person out there who's searching for your product unless you're running on very high bids or your budgets are very high. So this strategy is effective extremely, and you want to give it a try. Number two strategy is the split testing method. Now, I recently released a video on the split testing method, which you want to definitely check out. Just go on my channel and click on that video to watch it completely, because this second strategy is effective to completely revive your product and to, again, kind of repeat strategy number one. But in this case, you are not going to be keeping things the same. You are going to actually start changing things one by one. So that's essentially what split testing is. So what you do is you kind of do the first half of strategy number one. You go on your Shopify product page, you duplicate that product, and you only change one thing from your duplicated variant. So whether it be the title, the description, image, or even price, that's the only thing you change. You just keep everything else the exact same. And then you go and put this duplicated variant inside that original winning campaign, because now, again, Google will try to treat it the same way. It will think of this product as a completely new product, and now you have a much higher chance of actually making this product a winner again, because let's say you made your image much better and now your CTR is through the roof. So obviously you have more people on your website, so more people are possibly going to buy from you, and you already know this because this was already a winning product for you. Or maybe you lowered your pricing and now more people are going to buy from you because you have a lower price, you're more competitive, etc. And ideally, you want to be split testing one thing at a time every 7 to 14 days. The longer you wait, the better it would be, in my opinion. So wait more towards the 14 days and just let it kind of fully get tested with Google's algorithm, let it get shown to the right amount of audience, and then change the next thing. So for example, let's say you split test one thing and instead of bringing you more sales, it actually doesn't bring you the same amount of sales. It might even be lower sales. What do? In this case, you revert back to that original pricing or whatever thing you changed, revert it back to the original one, and then change the next thing. So let's say you changed the image in this second try and it didn't work out so well. You revert the image back to the original image, and now you change the pricing. Maybe make it lower or maybe make it higher for that matter, and just go one at a time, test different things one at a time. That's really the best way to go with split testing. And eventually you will come across a specific type of variation which you're testing, which completely outperforms the original one by 10 times, and you're just getting more sales. I know because it has happened to me. So that's why I recommend that you really go out and try to split test. But that's effective strategy number 2. I recommend you try both number 1 and number 2. Let's move on to number 3. And this strategy is kind of like a more of a broader approach, because instead of individually going out and attacking the product itself, you go out and you actually attack the campaign itself. So in this case, what you do is you go out and you duplicate that original winning campaign just one time. And if it's like a general testing campaign with a bunch of products, all you have to do is exclude all of the products and just leave the winning product within this campaign and set all of the settings the same and just start it again, basically. A very simple approach to this, and I've seen this happen a lot of times. The original testing campaign or whatever campaign you have running has simply just gone bad. It has gone stale. The new results that it's getting that it's optimizing for are just not effective kind of demographics or audiences that it's reaching out to. And sometimes this kind of quick hard reset does the trick. It kind of makes the campaign go out and begin re-optimizing to a newer set of audience. And a lot of the times, because Google's algorithm is so smart, it will go out and reach out to a brand new set of audience, which is more likely to convert. So again, this hard reset, and this time individually for that product alone instead of every other product, is gonna do the trick, is gonna make your sales come back to life for that winning product. But it's very important that you don't really change anything within this campaign, especially the settings, because whatever settings were working before, they're most likely gonna work again unless there has been a very big change in the market, meaning a lot of new competitors, so the bid is increased and now you gotta bid more or something like that. If not, just keep everything the same, exclude every other product besides the winner, and just give it a second try in the same settings. Very effective, and also something you should be trying out with the other strategies that I just mentioned. Let's move on to strategy number 4, and this is by far my favorite strategy, simply because this uses a lot of machine learning and Google's algorithm as a whole. Because a lot of times, e-commerce store owners feel that they're a bit too smart. I think specifically smarter than Google Ads, and unfortunately, I apologize for breaking your bubble. That's not the case. Most people don't know what to bid. Most people don't know the right settings, because I talk to a lot of these e-commerce brands that have just the weirdest types of strategies and weirdest types of campaign structures in place. And I talk to these people under my agency, Euro Marketing, which if you're doing $30,000 or more in sales, you need some help scaling further with Google Ads, go onto my website at euromarketing.com and book a free call with me to see how I can help you scale your e-commerce brand to the next level. But unfortunately, these brands do need a lot of help in that case, because they just have all sorts of campaigns just running all together. They're competing with each other and it's a huge mess. So in order to kind of avoid that, what you should be doing, especially in this case where you're trying to revive a product, is rely on Google's machine learning. And the best way to do that is through either smart shopping campaigns or Performance Max, Google's newest addition. By the way, in order to use smart shopping campaigns or even Performance Max for the matter effectively, what you will need to do is have some kind of structure for it. So that means you can either have just one smart shopping campaign running all of the products in your store, especially if you have a lot of sales on your store already, or you can just have one winners campaign, one losers campaign. I'm not gonna go too deep into this because I just released a video that goes over my entire Google Ads strategy for 2022 and onwards. You should definitely watch that video if unsure. But the way to use smart shopping in order to split test your product effectively is to launch one smart shopping campaign for the winners products and one smart shopping campaign for the losers product. And whatever product is a winning product or was a winning product for you before, but it's no longer a winner or is starting to die out right now, what you do is you place this winning product inside this newly winners created smart shopping campaign, and you just let it run within that campaign. If you have done everything correctly, if Google's algorithm is properly optimizing for your brand, then this will be very effective. Your losing product will instantly turn into a winning product once again until it again starts to lose its momentum. And in that case, you can try out some of these other strategies. But if you don't have these smart shopping campaigns at all, I highly recommend you test this out, because again, this is gonna give you room to just revive winners constantly. So if you have any other campaigns like standalone campaigns, general standard shopping campaigns, etc., you can take all those old winning products and just stuff it inside the smart shopping campaign. One of the easiest ways to go about it, and I personally think relying more on Google's algorithm is the best way to go, because it can kind of detect changes in the market better than any e-commerce store owner or any digital advertiser can. And once it detects that, it's going to make the necessary changes in terms of bids, in terms of who to show your ads to, etc. So very simple strategy. Just stuff all these old winning products inside of one smart shopping campaign and call it the winners campaign and just let it run. But let's move on to my second to last main strategy to revive old winners, and that is to launch a search campaign. So many times e-commerce store owners just kind of get hung up on shopping campaigns. They do everything possible to make shopping campaigns work, which of course is a good thing. However, they forget that Google Ads also offers other types of advertising methods. So like search campaigns, displayed campaigns, YouTube campaigns, even for that matter, etc. And one of the best ways to revive an old winner is to just launch a search campaign for that given product, or if it's multiple products within one collection, launch a SKAG campaign for that collection as a whole. One of the best ways to go about it. And if you already have this winning product inside a standard shopping campaign, you should already have some winning keywords to choose from. So all you gotta do is create a SKAG campaign and target all of these winning keywords individually within each ad group. So you can have about 3 to 5 different ad groups targeting all of these different keywords. One of the best ways to go about reviving old winners. Again, search campaigns running on either manual CPC with enhanced CPC, or if you have a lot of data for this product, directly go into target CPA and just set a target CPA value of whatever you were originally getting in terms of the cost per purchase. So if it was $50, maybe set the TCPA for this campaign at $50 or a little bit higher, so 55 or even 60. But one of the best ways to go about reviving one of the old winners. Now, the final strategy is to simply take whatever product was a winning product from that original campaign. Maybe it was a testing standard shopping campaign, or maybe it was a testing smart shopping campaign, and put it inside a single ad group campaign. I've made a lot of videos on this which you can check out, but a single ad group campaign is just going to be running a standard shopping campaign for this product alone. What you want to do is you can run this on target ROAS, or you can run this standalone campaign on target CPA and do the same thing as the previous strategy which I was talking about, where you set the target CPA for about the same price or even $5 to $10 above the original cost. This is one of the most effective methods to go about this. And I do recommend relying more on the more advanced bidding strategies for this standalone campaign instead of doing something like maximize clicks or manual CPC even, because the main reason why you're doing this is because you had this product as an old winning product. If it was a winner for you previously, it probably already has a lot of data. So you want to kind of rely on Google's algorithm and Google's machine learning to kind of take the results you were getting originally to the next level. Again, I heavily rely on Google's algorithm and Google's machine learning in 2022 and onwards because it's just the most effective way to go, and Google actually wants you to do that. But here are some key points related to split testing. First of all, you never want to split test on just one specific ad platform, because like I always used to say with Facebook ads, that diversity is key. The same thing is true for Google ads. As soon as you find a winning product, or if you're trying to revive an old winning product, go on other ad platforms and actually create ads to advertise this product on those other advertising platforms. One of the best things I used to do, and the same thing I did for the winning product I showed you earlier in this video, is once I knew this was a winning product, I immediately went on to Facebook. I created a few image ads and I began testing this product on Facebook ads. And of course, it was a winner on Facebook because it had already proven itself on Google. So this is one of the best ways to go to really maximize the potential of any winning product and kind of extract all the juice available from that winning product. Just go on different ad platforms like TikTok, Facebook, even Pinterest, and just advertise it if it fits that given ad platform. Of course, not every product is going to do well on every single advertising platform, but that's one of the best things I did, how I continuously scale all of my winning products. But that is pretty much it as to how you can revive all of your products with Google Ads. Again, if you're doing $30,000 or more in sales and you want to take your e-commerce brand to the next level with my help for your Google Ads account, go to my website at yourmarketing.com and book a free call with me to see how I can take you to the next level. But if you found any type of value in this video, destroy that like button and destroy that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video.